first met, you remember the time.
Come on.
When we fell in love, girl. Oh my God, I'm in love with your body. That's my drug. Oh my God, I'm in love.
This that Rio de Janeiro in the morning red, sun beaming in the sky. Wake up with a shorty that flyer than the next bitch. Some head for some breakfast, sexy as fuck. She could be Sade's stepkid, better yet an evil twin. Crazy when my needle drip, writing down these sentences. She hear it, then you see a strip. Man, I've been through hell and back. Anytime you get smacked, that hurt. I'm making these palms work overtime. Chauffeur rhymes across these borderlines. Pushed open and tucks, ignoring danger signs. Fine linen syntax, crack back in 85. I'm ill, nigga. Got you upset like spilled liquor. Face facts, bro, you dealing with a real spitter. Deliver concrete through loose leaves. Construct concepts while you sleep. All these cats do is use teeth.
You are now tuned in to RawStream. We bring the stage to your couch. With your host, the meticulously multi-talented Mark W. and the devastatingly debonair DJ Swivll. Tonight is a special edition of RawStream, where we go back and revisit some of our favorite moments from Season 1. This is RawStream, brought to you by Traklife, Incubation Box Studio, The Kickback Show, and Uprise Imaging. Now sit back, relax, and let's start the show. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your man's the meticulously multi-talented Mark W. coming at you one more time yet again. How are you? And as always, he's to my left. You're right. The devastatingly debonair DJ Swivll.
Anything less would be unswivelized.
And you know this.
And you do know this.
And you do know this. How are you today, my good friend?
Man, like this entire season. Feeling good, feeling great.
Yeah, as always. It's a man of very, very long words here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to RawStream, where we bring the stage to your couch. And we always have a little bit of game. As you know, we are brought to you by Traklife, Incubation Box Studios, The Kickback Show, and Uprise Imaging.
Church.
Yes, indeed. We got some sponsors. Y'all know the sponsors. SM The Difference. That's Sports Medicine The Difference. Make sure y'all go to their website. We got Papa J's Lambanog, premium Lambanog made exclusively in the Philippines. Coconut Lambanog, and we also got Lucky Black Skincare. So make sure y'all go patronize the sponsors. Today, you notice the set is a little bit more dressed down. We are sitting, you see the stream, empty stage. It's a little different for us.
Social distance, I mean.
Properly distanced.
Yeah.
That's so enforced by Traklife. You see what I'm saying? We got here and the set was just like this. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we're going to be talking about a couple recaps. And we like to give a little bit of game before we get into the meat of everything. So we told you a few things.
We gotta hit him with their the appetizers.
The appetizers.
Before the entree. Before the main course. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know they want to know some things. Let's talk about these entrees first. We gave you some game. Staying ready. Making sure your message is tight. Making sure you say sharp at your craft.
Yeah.
All those good things. But today, as we were talking off camera, we're going to talk about making sure you really capitalize on your artistry. So a lot of you have your SoundClouds, you're on streaming, and that's cool. But there's a major piece that you're missing. It's how do you get that money direct to your pocket?
Yeah.
And we've had a couple artists talk about having their own website. SoundCloud is cool, but you really don't get anything from that. You get to see your analytics and people like your music. That's great. It's a good starting point. That's the same with YouTube. You put your stuff up there. You can get a gauge if this song is good. But then you move over to go ahead.
Even some of these streaming platforms, like you're making some money, but like pennies on the dollar, realistically.
And that's what I was about to get to. You know what I'm saying? So, you get on Spotify. I think Tidal pays the most.
And shoot, I think Spotify is one of the worst, actually.
It is. You heard about the new thing they do.
And YouTube is even like...
Oh, you're not getting anything.
Dumpster,
yeah. You got to have so many hoops and everything just to monetize that whole thing. And Spotify's doing a new thing where you can forfeit some of your royalties.
That's moving backwards. Like why?
That's
why
backwards pimping. You don't do that. You don't do that. What is that?
Nah.
We want to get more money. But the thing today is we want to push you to get your own website. Get the money direct, or at least a Bandcamp. You know, you get the money direct to your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the ultimate goal. If you're doing this for a living, this is your full-time grind, you definitely want to have your own website to direct traffic.
And I'm also encouraging artists out there to, you know, try to drive your audience to buy your music as opposed to just doing the streaming. Because again, you're only making pennies per stream or whatever the case may be.
They get barely pennies. You're getting a fraction
of a penny, right? And so, but if they're buying the music, then you're getting much more of that. So
exactly. So you heard us. We don't have to keep beating a dead horse. Make sure you get that money direct to your pocket, fam. SoundCloud, YouTube, streaming platforms, they're all cool. But make sure you get your website intact. You know what I'm saying? You at least have just, at the very least, you have another avenue that people can check your music out at.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
And if you put in all that time and energy, you might as well make something back for it.
Something. I got to take my own medicine on that one. So look here, man. We've done 8 full episodes of RawStream, and what a wild ride it's been.
Yeah.
From episode 1 to episode 8, there's been a lot of evolution.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A lot of evolution. You know, when we got into it, like I said in the first episode, and I think I mentioned it in episode 8, we did this. It was really just, I felt like I wanted to do a show, and Traklife was a place to do it. Like I wanted to put on my own show, highlight some of my friends. And then
it was just gonna be a one-off.
It was just gonna be a one-off. And it felt so good. I talked to Irv, talked to Traklife, talked to Mac with Uprise Imaging, and it was like, yo, what if we made this a constant thing? So what I want to do is go back through a few episodes and see where we've come from, highlighted a few of the standouts, and lead up to the top 3. I have my own top 3 that I like, our favorite. We're not gonna say top, we're gonna say favorite, like the ones that, you know, moved us. I got my 3. You have your 3, Swivll?
I got my 3. I also got like a little bonus one that we're gonna get into later.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we got a little surprise one. Yeah, we'll get into that. So let's start off with what started it all off. Episode 1.
Yeah, let's
That
go.
was myself, Shy Light, and Lost Dialect. That was a great night.
Reunion.
The reunion. Man, look, we had, like we said in the show, we ain't performed together in 5 years almost. And Swivll was our DJ. I think we were talking about it. Our last show, my wife reminded me, I think it was at the Black Rose Tavern. Do you remember that? It was one of those one-offs. It was the most iconic show. It was the Whiskey A Go-Go show. I want to get to that backstory. But I want to get into that performance from Lost Dialect, my favorite moment. Mac, if you cue that up so we can watch that with the people at home. The goal of today is get y'all to watch these whole things back. You know what I'm saying? Go back to old episodes and watch them along with us. But let's watch this thing. Yeah, so the track we doing right here is No Apology. Produced by Prime Minister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So one of the reasons I like this moment, if you look, so you see Red, right? Me and Quest have this dance that we do. Watch.
Little 2-step.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even get involved.
Yeah, I see you. I need look. Half the time I don't turn around and look at these things.
Oh, you took it another level though, so.
But that's what me and Quest, we do this move in the studio where we have this little coordinated move, and we always do it just messing around with our song after the thing is mixed and we're practicing. Red
wants no parts of it.
He wants no parts of it. He would always sit in the back like, I ain't doing that shit. And I was like, you gonna fuck around and we gonna do that shit on stage. And the day we brought out on stage, Rafiki, our manager at the time, he was like, yeah, y'all gotta keep doing that shit. And I was proud of Red though, because like I said, we ain't performed in like 5 years.
Right.
But he was jumping with us.
Man, the energy on this performance though.
Yeah. You know what? You tripped me up on this song in particular because you threw in that Eminem sample. No apologies. Like if you notice, if you go back, not right now, people at home, if you go back, you'll notice when that hits.
Hold on. Look at Red.
Hey, real talk. I gotta say thank you to both of you.
Red got no breath left.
No vocal control, bruh.
We can perform once more, I guess.
Oh man.
Pleasure's all mine then, I guess.
Yeah, if you go back and you play that No Apology sample, I completely space on the words.
Really?
I completely space. I just like, oh.
Man, thank you.
I wasn't ready for it. I was like, oh shit, I should have been. Like I said, the other game I have, if you stay ready,
Right.
you ain't got to get ready.
Because I've been throwing in that little sample when we were performing originally.
I would never hear it.
Oh,
I would never hear it.
because I was slick with it.
Yeah, you're hella slick with it. Always. Oh man, that was good.
Yeah, so that was definitely a great moment from episode 1 right there for
Yes,
sure.
indeed.
That energy, just that feeling that came back.
Man,
all of us together.
Do you know we got phone calls like immediately after?
I'm
like,
sure.
Are y'all doing like, no, we Brad got a family.
Yeah.
Quest is working in the commercial industry, filming commercials and whatnot.
Yeah.
He's still making songs,
Nice.
but I think I'm the only one actively pursuing a music career in that sense. And it was great to go back though. I appreciate Red and Quest. Oh, I'm sorry, Jaquay. Jaquay, excuse me. You know, what I'm saying?
And can't forget about Shy Light too.
And Shy Light,
again,
Shy
the energy from the whole episode. I think,
Oh, yeah.
just-
Shy Light,
Shy
Shy
Light.
Light actually felt kind of bad afterwards. He was like, I don't feel like I did. It's like, bro, come on, you killed that.
man,
I was like, you
I'm just
killed
glad
that,
he
bro.
didn't take off his shirt. Anyway,
Yeah,
moving on to-
we all would have been feeling real bad about ourselves. Shy Light, I hate you. I want some pointers though. Yeah, I'll let you borrow my torso long enough. Go ahead, get that back,
yeah.
fam.
If anybody knows Shy Light, you know he's taking his shirt off almost
All the
everywhere.
time.
Yeah, every
If I
day,
look
all
like
day.
that- if I look like that, I'd leave my shirt off too. Yeah, so that was episode 1.
Right.
That was fun. But you know, we had to move along to the next episode since we decided we're gonna do it consistently now.
Yeah.
I reached out to a couple artists, and you know it's always difficult to reach out to some established artists when things are brand new.
Mm-hmm.
It was brand new, and actually I was reaching out before episode 1 even aired, so I couldn't even show them anything. Luckily, I had some
there was
friends. There was nothing I could show
Right.
them. Like, I got this new show. Do you want to be on it? No, there's nothing to say. Well,
What does it look like? Yeah.
exactly.
Well, I got nothing. Just this is my vision.
Right. Luckily, I have some friends that decided to go with me on faith, and I have a brother who better do what I ask him to do.
He's your older brother though, so how does that?
I said like you got to do it, and he looked at me like, all right. So
you the boss, okay?
yeah, he acts like he likes to let me feel like I'm the boss sometimes. Bless his heart. Obviously, episode 2, we had Skrillafornia, Lisa Mona, very good. I call her my sister in rhyme. She definitely carries that same type of energy I have on stage.
Yeah.
We kind of are in the same lane. I would say she's just like the female version, a whole lot better than I am, and way more vetted than I am. I guarantee it.
Much better looking too. Yeah.
Much better looking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That most people are more better looking than me. But she's exceptionally more better looking than I am. I don't want to look at me. So then we have St. James. St. James, actually, I followed him on Instagram being tied into the Black OC network.
Okay.
I moved from Inglewood out to Orange County, and I wanted to get tapped into the music scene out there. Black OC, Fair and Kid, plugged me in. St. James was one of the first people I saw. His wordplay was phenomenal to me. So we just stayed in contact. I reached out to him, and he's somebody else that's another OG in this thing. He said, "It's nothing. I got you."
Yeah.
So he was always down for it, and of course I said, "Prime, I begged. Little brother was like, "Hey, please perform for me." And I said I was gonna keep my top 5 to myself. Prime is in my top 5. He's number 1.
Yeah.
And you can say I'm biased. I don't care. Fuck y'all. He's the illest to me.
Blood is thick in the water.
And happens to be, for me, the standout of this episode. How do you feel about it?
No, definitely, because I think for me, going back to the evolution of the show, right?
Exactly.
Like Prime came in and was like, "Yo, I want this camera angle here to look like this, and this camera angle." And at first we were kind of like, "Where's it going with this?"
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Mac is our director of photography. Like, you
just do what he says.
Yeah, just
Shit,
come
he
in
had
here
it all
flipping
fun.
the script, but. When you saw what his vision was in terms of how he wanted to use the camera angles,
It pushed us in a whole nother
that
direction.
just opened the door for like, yo, we don't need to just stay in this one
Right.
box, right? As far as like the design and the look of the show, we could have it be evolving and adapt to whatever artist and their vision or persona is.
Exactly. If they have a vision for it, we can try to accommodate it. Now, I will say he had way more angles that he wanted to do that we were not capable of doing. Mac was just kind of looking like, I could try. And we did try. And we succeeded for the most part.
Yeah.
There was just one angle we could, and I want to figure it out for season 2.
We're going to do it.
That overhead angle where you could see. That's a dope angle. We just didn't have the apparatus to do it.
Yeah.
So let's get into watching his performance. Now look, that blowhorn, I will say audibly, I was mixing.
Nightmare.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because it was feeding back so much. I had to keep turning down, turn it back up. And he's looking at, we have this thing, because I often mix for him. He'll look at me and he's like, this ain't right. And I'm like, I know. I'm trying to dial it in. Let's get into it. Let's watch this guy's performance.
Beat up, free up the party. Raw gems in here, make a rich man salty.
In fact,
healthy bars, and I go for mine.
You might be able to see him looking at me. Watch when this starts.
Probably when it flips the shades down a little bit. Like,
watch.
But again, this whole angle, close up of the bullhorn and him.
That was his idea.
Yeah. And to him coming with that vision. There we go, this angle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yo, man,
it was crazy.
Visionary, the showmanship.
And it did, like you said, it didn't make sense until the episode aired. Yeah. And we saw that close up on that bell. I said, oh my God. That is it.
No, I mean, I think it made sense for me once, because if I remember right, he didn't sound check with it.
He did like a little bit.
But when he went into the first song, I was like, oh yeah. Like, this dude hit one out the park.
Oh, all the way. That and so what's funny is, not funny, but something you might not know, out in Cleveland, that's his signature. That blowhorn.
Oh yeah.
He's been rolling with that blowhorn for the majority of his career. I think he just slipped up on it one show. He just had the idea, let me get a blowhorn and do that. It stayed with him the entire time. It was a lot bigger. It was the police blowhorn at first, and he's since condensed it down. Thank God. But that's his signature piece. So if you see anybody rocking a blowhorn during their show, know they got it from Prime Minister.
Well, I mean, we may have to check the timestamp on when he came, because my sister actually, like, she would use that when she would perform too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we can have that competition. Well, let's time stamp that one. We can go back on that one. Look, it's battle of the siblings, right? My sibling is better than yours. But yeah, man, he definitely is.
I'll fight you for it.
We'll
fight you for my sibling.
Right. Yeah, they ain't gonna look at us.
You
like
don't want these blenders.
A shout out to Fiz. He don't want these blenders. This whole thing, look, y'all got to go back and watch these performances, man. He killed this whole, and this angle too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This angle is also his. His addition to RawStream. He wants to come back.
So thank you, Prime Minister, for opening our eyes to
different possibilities.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, brother. He wants to come back. We're gonna have him back. Moving right along. I gotta find a different phrase to say. Moving right along.
Moving forward.
Moving forward. There we go. We can do that.
Yeah, like how we moved forward right out of 2020. Just like,
hey, we are definitely solidly out of 2020.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be free of that.
Right.
Hopefully we don't have too many hiccups in 21. We gonna have some hiccups, but
all positivity, man. All positivity.
Yes. Yes. Positive mind state.
Yeah.
Speaking of positive mind state, go on to episode 3.
Let's do it.
Of RawStream. We had King Navar, Lum, Sham 1016, and yo man,
my brother
King Thurs.
That's right.
I'm gonna say it's my brother too, but y'all got more history involved. You know what I'm saying? I was just that guy in the background, like, I like your music. No, he went to St. Bernard, so he had some friends. I went to Bishop Montgomery, so we have some friends that play ball together. I just played the wrong sport. I played football, so I didn't cross paths with him until after high school. Either way it goes, another phenomenal episode.
Oh yeah,
we did the big reach on that one.
I think this was low-key one of our most slept on episodes.
It has to be one of my most slept on, because there was
Because again, we were still kind of new as
Right.
far as like, you know, the show is concerned and people kind of being aware and knowing about it.
Right. Because at this point, we had episode 1 to show out there, and episode 2, I had highlights.
Right, exactly.
To give out to people for episode 2. And I was able to use those to get Keen and Lum. Because I think you went and got Sham and
Thurs,
Thurs.
yeah. But I used the highlights as far as Sham and Thurs was just like, yo, like,
Yeah.
do me a solid. He's like, I got you.
And that was my first time having to deal with managers in that sense. I had to deal with Sham's manager, and then when so I got everything clear with Sham's manager, and then I talked with Sham. He was like, "Oh yeah, you can hit me up direct." And he had that same energy when he came into the studio too. I loved it.
Yeah.
But before I get into that, Keen, I've always appreciated his performances. We go back to the Black House Music Network.
And that's one of the things, like with Keen, like I couldn't when he was performing and whatnot, like I was like, yo, I seen this dude before.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember. And then it finally dawned when we left that night.
Right.
That's when I was like, yo, that's the cat from Bakersfield that performed it.
But before we performed on the same set. Yeah,
And
he was
like,
actually right before my
yeah.
set. Yeah, he's the one that, it's another guy who stole my torso. It's cool. No, that dude stays like working out like, all the time. And then Lum, I know him back again from the Black OC Network. But and also through Traklife, actually.
Nice.
We both did a live session when live sessions first started with Traklife. I think we did the second one. Am I right on that, Mac? Yeah, we did the second one together. And as I was coming into the room, he was performing one of his songs.
Oh, okay.
And he really blew me away with that. He's always been a special kind of guy. He produces as well.
Yeah.
And then Sham, his energy just off camera.
Right.
I was like, this dude is the room right now. I don't even need to host this thing no more. I thought my energy was A1. No.
And I tried to warn you.
You did.
I tried to warn you.
As we was driving down, you was like, look, I'm going to tell you, he going to explode. I said, all right, we'll see what's up. You know, that's the competitive nature in hip hop. I'm like, all right, we'll see what he got.
Right.
We'll see what he got. Wasn't disappointed. And Thurs, always been a fan of Thurs.
Yeah.
Since back when y'all was doing, what's the song?
Beautiful Day? Is that the one?
No. The Kicks. Was it? It's not
Cream.
Kick. Cream. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cream. Kicks through everything around me.
Yeah.
That video was hard. And then stepping on the shoes. I went back and looked at that video after that night. And I was like, oh yeah, he's still in the background tall as hell.
The stepping on the shoes in the video.
Yeah.
That was actually my idea.
Was it?
Yeah, because they were trying to figure out like how to present it and or how to shoot it, and that's when I came up with like the
taking it back from
well, no, sorry. They had the concept of stepping on the shoe,
right?
But how it was shot, like I kind of helped the director, like, well, what if you did it like this?
Oh, you see, look. He always has these little sneaky little things like, well, you kind of. I gotta say an idea. I'm like, what do you think about doing this?
I had just graduated from college with my radio TV film degree, so like I'm fresh out the like here's like I got all these ideas.
All these ideas, take them out before I run out.
Right,
they're fresh.
Exactly.
No, for real. No, that was dope. I don't know, for this episode, you know what the standout moment is on this one.
Yeah.
And nobody has done it since. Mostly because we tell them like, hey, stay on the carpet. But Sham, like, so you see these chairs we sitting in, he's performing, and the record, you gotta remind me the name of the record, because he did a different version. Was it?
It's called Searching?
Was it Searching? We'll look it up and we'll make sure it's right. But the version he did was the super acoustic version.
Yeah.
He had a band replayed. He had a singer. I remember we was listening to the tracks as we was riding up here. I was like, yo, what track is this? He was like, oh, this is that, you were telling me this is that one. I said, oh, I can't wait to see this. And no surprise, he jumps off all stage. No, I got to set the mood. He grabs one of these chairs.
Yeah.
Just play the moment. You got to see it. Yeah.
California, man, we in for a ride. We gonna have fun tonight. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you hear me in the background?
Shit,
yeah.
hold on, wait. I gotta get dramatic. This the live one, homie. Hey, let me
see
get
what I'm saying?
Chair.
He saw the chair as he came in, and we really let him roll all the way to the back and grab that chair.
Let me get in my introspective bag. You feel me? Let me talk to these niggas. Hold up.
This is a complete spur of the moment.
Spur of the moment. None of that was
impromptu.
planned.
Yeah, like
at this moment, this when I realized, the energy's real.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because even sitting down, ladies and gentlemen, look at this.
you ready for
Yeah.
Like giving a class right now.
Bitch hurt my feelings and shit, man. I'm sorry. Hold up. Hey. Is it really real? Ay, if it ain't 100, I don't want it any
And he hit his little
Niggas
bum,
only
bum,
come
bum.
around
Oh,
when
yeah.
they
Right on
get
cue.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least I'm on the way. Then I don't
Like,
bad
and this
days.
was crazy. I know that was a 2-track, but I thought the band was still in the room.
Yeah.
Off my accolades.
And that was the thing, like, you know, when he sent the music ahead of time, and I heard how he flipped the beat, I was like, oh, he's going with the live version, like,
Because you
for
know the
this.
music.
Right. And I was just like, yo, because I was already a fan of this song,
Right.
the original version, or like the album version, if you will.
Exactly.
And this live version, I was like, oh, he's taking it to another level.
It was already at a level.
Right.
And he took it to another level.
And then to go off camera, grab the chair,
Right.
come back out, and just like, and murder. Hold on, just
want to see you win. Talking shit behind your back.
Gonna let it breathe.
Yeah, let it breathe one time.
I need a strap for the fakest friend. Homies been killing
and
homies,
playing
I
to
seen
all
that
camera
ever
angles as
get.
well.
Right.
Like my man.
So, you know, ladies and gentlemen, this is a class right here. Your energy should always match. So the biggest thing a lot with a few of the artists I reach out to, none of the ones we had on, honestly, but they always have a problem with performing in studio. It's like, I don't know if it's gonna be the same energy. It's like, you gotta create that energy.
Exactly.
You gotta create it. And look, he's sitting down and creating that energy. Cold.
Why does he got on like the 1980s
You know what I'm
NBA basketball
saying?
shorts though?
Hey, look, I was like, man, I hope you don't have no accidents, bro. Like,
We can't have no wardrobe.
you know what I'm saying? We don't wardrobe malfunction. It's like, oh, you gonna have everybody watching for the wrong reasons, fam?
We ain't got that Super Bowl budget. Come on
You know what
now.
I'm saying? Come on, we can't clean that up. I'm gonna take the Justin Timberland route. I didn't know what was happening. I was not part of this.
I want no problems with the FCC.
You know what I'm saying?
I keep them all in the clutch. Guarded as fuck.
But yeah, man, just again, going back to like the evolution of the show, right? Like just another example, like how somebody came in and like kind of opened our eyes to like what we can do with this platform.
I mean, you know, we're still learning. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
And if you looked at the first episode, look at the camera angles, look at the clarity. Mac brought in some different lights.
Right.
We moved the setup off to the side just so we could give more. And then look, we missed the birthday episode, but for my birthday and yours, consequently,
Right.
we put in the RawStream sign in the back. You know what I mean? Like, that's when we started to add the value to things.
Yeah.
I was so juiced to see that. I've never seen any of my graphic designs on a curtain like that. But again, this is somebody coming in and showing us like, okay, there are different ways we could take this thing.
Yeah. Or just the power that like you can kind of have from a virtual performance.
Right.
Like, it doesn't need to be just a stagnant type of situation. Like it can be really.
You can really be imaginative. You got some more. Now we do have like rules. Like we don't really give too many repeats on the record. In fact, we ask you to go through it one way through.
Yeah.
So we still keep that element, but in that space, you can be more creative.
Well, and going back to like our game from previous episodes, and Mac, you can pause this, but going back to the game of the previous episodes, again, it's like, you know, artists like stay ready. Like you see Sham like working the stage from left to right as if there's a crowd out here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There is a crowd out there. There's just on the other side of that screen.
Exactly.
The other side of that lens.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay ready. Sham 1016, the standout. I like it. So we made it finally to episode 4.
Yeah.
You know, I think I gotta mention this. What's interesting about episode 4 is when we started to realize that we need to have backup plans.
Contingency plans.
I think that's the best way I could put that.
Yeah.
Without giving out everybody's information. Because
well, I mean, things happen. Artists, like, they have to cancel or postpone for whatever reason.
For
like,
whatever reason,
it's
one reason or
life.
the other.
Like, we get it. You know, there's people with families and
it just so happens that
accidents
one
happen.
day we had multiple.
Right. Yeah.
We had multiple people do it. But it worked out in our favor and on the back end.
Yeah.
And I think we had a great show for it. I mean, we had the first R&B act to come in.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad though; she was the only one. Let me say the lineup was: we had Turquoise, Shakai. Was it? No, that wasn't Shakai. Was it Shakai? Yeah, so Turquoise, Shikai, Miana Lenoir, and Deltron Black.
Right.
That was a very eclectic episode. Like I said, the first R&B act, Turquoise, really, she's a lot tinier than I thought she would have been. I looked at her stuff. I was like, oh, she's cute. I didn't know she was that small. She was small.
Well, Miana's was small too. She just had,
she had on heels,
yeah,
and that tall little bun at the top,
yeah.
you know. So it gave her some height on that thing,
right?
And Miana's friend that you have to meet, Murphy. Is it Murphy? I forget her last name. I always say Murphy Lee because it's St. Lunatic.
Oh, bro.
But Murphy, she is like, that's the cheerleader you want.
Oh, for
your
team.
Yeah. You know, she had on all the green. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's the one you want on your team. First, she'll tell you if it sucks.
Right.
And then two, if she really loves it, you gonna hear her. I thought I was loud in the background for people. Nah, fam. She's the one that's loudest.
Right.
Then Shikai, when I saw his Instagram page, I knew instantaneously he was on Rhythm and Flow. I knew that was him.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he wanted me to talk about it because, that was he I think he got eliminated the first round, and then he had that moment with the Cardi B situation. But I'm glad he was a good sport about it because sometimes there are artists that don't even want to relive that.
Yeah,
nah, we ain't gonna talk about that, fam. But he was all game for it because he's doing just fine.
Right,
he got games on EA Sports. He does work with Cairo, always placed and everything. Right. And then Deltron.
Yeah, the consummate professional. Like,
oh man,
yeah.
Just efficient on stage.
Yeah.
And we can talk about how I came up. Lisa Mona came back again with our song Chillin'. We just dropped a video, by the way. Go check that out. I'm chillin'. Deltron Black,
shameless plug.
Shameless plug. No, all shame. Watch it. But the standout. What do you think the standout was on that one?
Man, I mean, Miana Lenoir, like her outfit and all that, like her persona, stage presence, like, you know what I mean? Like she came in and she's, tiny in stature, but big in personality.
Big in personality, and the bars is tall. Play that for me, Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bars, she definitely gets busy. And look at the outfit, like, she's just as comfortable in that as she is in some sweats and nothing. Well, she later revealed that in them heels, it was difficult to keep moving like that.
Slap the sass out her if she crossed me like sass. We ain't got potential if he can't.
And make no mistake about it.
Most of them can't even handle the splash.
Make no mistake about it. I understand, like, some women will look at that like, why she gotta wear that? Your showmanship is everything. It doesn't have to be that.
Right.
It could be something else. She still had the content and the bars to go with it.
Oh yeah.
I could see if she was doing that and had nothing to say. She had something to say.
Right.
And now you're looking at her too. You know what I'm saying? So I have no issue with it when the content is there too. But if you're just reliant on the fact that
on just the visuals,
just the visual, then I got an issue.
Yeah.
And then she said it too on stage. It's like, I just like shiny shit.
Right. And that was kind of my thing. Like, she highlighted the fact that, like, look, this is how I like to present myself when I'm performing. And, like, she mentioned how, her hairdresser, like, did her hair, but she added all the, all the jewelry and all that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, again, like, she's like, I'm taking advantage of being able to showcase who I am as a person. And if you like it, great. If you don't, but I'm still going to do me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's also an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. You can properly showcase who you are on this platform. Right. If you needed a place to show it, because sometimes when you had actual live shows, you could get overshadowed and nobody pay attention to you.
Right.
But here, you don't have to worry about who was on before you or who was on after you. This is your time.
Yep.
You don't have to set the mood. Well, you have to set the mood, but you don't have to worry about whose mood came before you. You can just create.
Yeah, because you're trying to do how you see fit. Just like we talked about in episode 2 with Prime. Like, he wanted it very specific because he wanted it
to look a certain way
for him.
Exactly.
So
this is what she decided to do. Oh man, very standout performance. You gotta go back and watch that one.
Yeah.
Where we on episode 5 now?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's funny how quick that came up.
Yeah, because I mean, I think we even well, shoot, it might have been after episode 6 though. We were like, yo, when did we start this? And we thought like August, but originally it was all the way back to like July, at least, or June.
It was June.
That was June, yeah, because we were doing one per month.
Right, and then this one was we were trying to start to go into 2 per month. We had some hiccups, but we gonna get it right.
2020 was nothing but a hiccup.
Huge hiccup. It was a huge hiccup and a fart, maybe. And
then you had a pandemic on top of that, like
a cough, sneeze, and a fart, a snort. All of that. And you would hope nobody did in your direction without a mask on. Anyway, moving on to episode 5. This was the complete R&B episode.
Yeah.
This switched everything completely up. And I mean, from Ashley Sade, who no one on the floor had heard.
Right.
Period. None of the staff had heard. None of the team heard him. G Bautista, I was familiar with his stuff, but not long before. I was familiar. And then Erica Gutron, who decided who
pretty much all knew.
No, well, Erica's not new to Traklife though. She's done a few things. With
that's what I'm saying. We all knew.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you said it was new. It was like, no, we all knew. Yeah, no, we knew she was gonna be a problem, especially when she said she was gonna bring the keyboards. Yeah. Actually, she was supposed to be. She was one of the ones that had some issues from the previous episode that she had to pull out. And she called me that day. It was like, oh my God, I normally never do this. I have some issues and I need to reschedule. I was like, nah, it's not a problem. And she was like, no, I can still make it. We can still record. Like, nah, chill. Get your situation handled.
RawStream is still going to be here.
It's just going to be here. Handle your situation. That's the dedication that a lot of these artists have. Like, they just like, no, I'm going to come.
Right.
My leg is broken. My fingers are gnawed off. But I'm going to play this piano and kick these rhymes. Like, damn, fam, you all the way in it. Make sure you healthy first. And then give us your display. But for this one, I think, go ahead and let us know who your standout was on this one.
Well, I mean, for me, like you said, like I wasn't familiar with G Bautista.
Yeah.
And so, when he walked into the studio, like his energy just electrified the room, right?
Massive.
Like he was just contagious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, yo, like this dude, when he comes to perform, like he's just gonna blow the roof off.
Yo, the whole GQ swag,
right?
Like, suited with the
booted,
yellow glasses. I don't think anybody's come that suited.
But what I wasn't expecting was the silkiness of his voice. You know what I'm saying?
Like a smooth bottle of cognac. I tell you,
bro. Like, go ahead and roll that, Mac. But like, yeah, just completely caught off guard. Like,
Woo, boy.
What?
No, I'll tell you the moment that got us when he did sound check and we first heard that doom doom.
Yeah.
Woo. I think I was trying to get levels right someplace else, and I looked over at the board like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
Yo.
There's no shade.
Yeah.
But G Bautista's a little vertically challenged.
A little bit.
But the voice is extra large.
Extra large.
You know what I'm saying? Pause.
Hope you guys enjoying the show. G Bautista.
And he owned that whole little space.
Heck yeah, he did.
Shout out to Sean on the sax.
And you gotta watch the rest of the set. He not only did he do this, he also hit us with a complete Spanish track.
Yeah, right.
That was completely danceable.
Yeah.
I could definitely hear that playing at somebody's quinceañera. Like, just let's do this right now. I called him the Latin John B, ladies and gentlemen. See what I'm saying? Easy.
Yeah, right. Light work.
So he sent in his I don't want to call audition tape, but he sent his because I asked artists to send me their footage of what they look like on stage.
Right.
He sent me one with a complete band. I wish we had a back line here because I wanted him to go with a complete band. It was a whole nother flair.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? It was smooth.
Yeah, super smooth.
Super smooth.
Yeah, definitely caught me off guard. Just
look,
like,
you gotta go back and watch this whole thing because not only was he killing, obviously he came with some different pizzazz, but Ashley Sade,
she
killed it, and then Erica. Only acoustic set we had, like in-person acoustic. We talk about Sham having his acoustic track version, but this was actually played with just key. You got to go back and watch that episode. Yeah. Where we at? Episode 6 now?
Yeah, man.
Episode 6.
Keeping it moving.
Keeping it moving, keeping it rolling.
Yeah.
If you got something rolling, if you got something poet.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna put that on the shirt one of these days.
Man, it's shirt worthy, that's for sure.
It's shirt worthy.
Yeah.
I feel like I got that from someplace. If it's mine originally, wonderful. I'm think I'm that creative.
You have to find out so you can trademark it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to trademark that thing. Episode 6, man. We this one again, the evolution of things. We had what's the first? I went blank just now. First artist
Can
on
we just
that
start this one over?
No, Epic Must Die. Young Fizz. No, we're gonna keep it raw, baby. Epic Must Die, Young Fizz, and Mac Fame. Another eclectic show.
Yeah.
So Epic Must Die came in. Actually, if we backtrack a little bit, St. James was the first artist to come in with his own DJ.
Mm-hmm.
And then Epic Must Die was the second artist to do that, come in with his own DJ, kicking you off the boards. I always ask you if you have an issue with that. Do you have an issue with that?
No, I don't. Because, I mean, you know, one, it gives me an opportunity to kind of see how we put the show together from the other side. Like,
Right.
I'm usually like seeing the backs of the artists and
The other side.
But, you know, as long as other DJs are respecting the equipment, like I'm all good. But if they were to get out of line, again, these blenders,
like, look, man, these needles are expensive.
and my elbows like are Ginsu knives, bro. Like
Oh, you been taking that Muay Thai?
oh yeah, hell yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't messing around when 2020 because
so not
2020
only do
was
I
terrible.
have-
I was trying to be prepared. I was trying to be prepared.
So not only do I have a DJ, I have a bodyguard on stage. That's what's up. Yeah, mess with me if you want to. Blenders. Anyway, so yeah, that was any artist that wants to come up. If you got a DJ, we ain't gonna be mad at that. Young Viz though, he brought in another evolution to this thing. Great showman.
Yeah.
Definitely did his thing on stage. He
stage presence was
he
through the
definitely.
roof.
I felt like I was watching a live action music video.
Right.
I was watching that one. He did. You know, he just like, he was really doing his thing. But he brought in somebody with him, his camera guy, that opened our eyes to another type of angle. So we all know Mac does our visuals on that.
Right.
But we also have Mac is in the back and he kind of roams around just where he's at. We actually switched around. Mac used to do that by hand. But then we started shooting hour-long episodes. He was like, my arms is getting tired. So he brought on
He's got
tripod.
one buff bicep. And
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a buff bicep from holding the camera, though. No other reason.
Don't do that to the man. Don't do
Hey,
that.
look, but he also opened our eyes out so we could kind of throw in that music video element of, you know, having another motion camera, different angles and all that. That was a dope one. But the standout, the standout
Talk
was
about it.
my guy Mac Fame. Look,
My brother.
what song did we choose? Because there were so many. Did we choose Outstanding for this one?
Yeah, we went with
We went Outstanding, but understand, he's a lot like Foz, where the voice is just commanding.
Well, the voice is immaculate.
Immaculate.
Yeah.
I can't name all the Macs he said. I thought I was cool with the meticulously multi-talented, but he came with all the Macs.
He's a Mac.
Not mad at your Mac lessons.
Yeah. Speaking of Macs, Mac, go ahead and roll this, man.
Play Mac Fame. But you see what I'm saying? He came with that Outstanding, and from the moment that sample hits, just watch.
I don't know that I was fully ready.
Bruh, I was sitting, if you're looking at the camera, I was sitting to the left. And as soon as that sample came on, I just stood up. I was like, oh!
Right?
Bruh, you cannot deny Gap Band samples. You just can't do it.
But not only how they flipped the beat and replayed it, but when he gets into the hook,
yo,
man,
he just
my man that sang the hook on this record.
The man that sang the hook on this record deserves a whole lot of recognition. If you got people, if you on this platform, look at this. Let it breathe. Look at this.
My goodness. My goodness. Oh,
oh man.
Yo, cause I didn't preview the entire track.
Right, we just got the
little snippet at the beginning of the sample, and I'm like, yo, you did this? And then when he came with the hook, I was like, come on, bro.
I know you two-stepping at home, damn it.
Exactly.
Look, we was all just live in that studio that day, bro. But look, so all the singers who feature on these songs, don't be afraid to come up here and sing along with it.
You know?
Even if it's just for that hook. Sing along with it.
Yeah, man. Mac, you can fade that, but
Mac,
just the energy that came with this record.
Yeah.
Because again, this was one of those situations where like it was just Mac in the studio.
It was just him.
Like we didn't have anybody else hanging out for his performance.
Right.
And
Because all the other artists had to go home at that point.
Yeah, and he killed it as if he was performing in front of like 5,000 people.
Look, I forgot that we were by ourselves when I was watching it back at home.
Right?
When it aired, I forgot that there was nobody there.
Yeah.
But that also a tribute to his personality. So in this business, you got to have a good personality. Like I say, Mac is one of them ones where if he comes into a room, it makes it like a party situation. Like he's a guy you want to hang out with.
Right, yeah.
Like, oh, Mac is here. We about to have a good time. That's just the energy he gave me, bro. You want to have that as a performer, as an artist, as an all-around individual, really. But especially in this industry.
Yeah, man.
Be a cool person, man.
So definitely go back and check out episode 6. My little like bonus moment was
really?
the clap.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And I don't want to like give too much away, like, because people, I think you should check it out, because I caught Mac like off guard a little bit.
Yeah, he got really hype.
He wasn't ready for it, but it got hype. He was like,
Look,
yo,
I don't think any of the artists are ever ready for the shit you about to throw into the mix. They all turn around.
Yeah.
That's either look, it's gonna be a testament to your strength on stage if you can keep it going.
Exactly.
Because he will look. You seen it in episode 8 how you messed me up. Shit, it's all good. But yeah, check out episode 6, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close to the end.
This is the penultimate episode.
But I saw you put that up, and I didn't want to ask. I was like,
that means next to last.
Next to last. See, we
for
call
those
that
at home trying to step up their vocabulary game.
No, that was great. I was gonna ask, but I was like, no, I should be more articulate than this. I should have this in my repertoire of words. I said repertoire, so I'm well learned. It's really learned for everybody who doesn't understand.
You got your education.
I got my education. Episode 7. That's what I meant to say. In my world, it'd be the martini shot. Mac, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you.
I'm not a drinker.
Martini
sorry.
shot. No, I'm not a drinker either. Anymore. But episode 7, we had Anthony Gray, Silver and Gold, and Pretty Papes.
The prettiest rapper.
The prettiest rapper. And look,
I didn't know that there was like a ranking of, rapper. Like,
look, after LL came out, there is definitely a ranking. Because that's when we stopped looking at rappers. That at least ladies figured out they could look at rappers for more than just aggressive thugs. They could be aggressive thugs with a 6-pack.
Who licked their lips?
A lot. We're not gonna story about that. I don't want to get too far off. But he came to my church one time. Oh no. He had a toothpick and chewing gum at the same time, and he was licking his lips all the way down to finding his seat. I didn't know how he could do that.
And he didn't fall. Gum on one side, he was chewing gum on the other,
toothpick on the other, and still licking his lips. I said, "This man is just beyond."
You talk about multi-talented, like, bro, he's taking your whole swag.
My whole swag.
Nah, don't do that.
Before I was even born. No? Doesn't work? Anyway, look, let's get back into episode 7. So, Anthony Gray came through. He's one of those artists that we tried to get earlier, but he had some issues at home and he just couldn't make it down. But we were finally able to snatch him up on episode 7. Silver and Gold, somebody that stepped up last minute. She definitely bodied. That was now I seen her perform, and I was trying to get her on season 2 actually, because I want to do the Battle of the Sexes. So between her and I didn't mention this during the show, but her and Destruct are a couple.
Right.
I want to do a Battle of the Sexes thing where it was first he goes up and then she goes up and see who could body who. It just didn't work out that way on this one, but we're gonna have her come back because I do want to give her a little bit more time to get that ready as opposed to last minute. And then Pretty Papes, you know, the prettiest rapper in the world. But the standout for me, is definitely Anthony Gray. He was also at the Faye Dodo show that I think he was at that one. Like 2 before that. He was at that same one. But this track he did, and you go ahead and play that for me, Mac.
Yeah. Come on, man. I know y'all
always gets me. And I'm mad this is not up for streaming anywhere. Again, it's another situation. Back to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Always have a place where they can buy your music.
Right.
Now, the sample might be in the way, but just listen to how this drops. Y'all seen Coming to America.
Right.
Yeah, check it. Look, really find it strange, yo.
And he has bars for real.
Claim they want to make a difference. Don't nobody want to change, though. Getting money, but they change low. Lost souls, don't know. Real niggas come around them.
Yeah.
Now they want to let the flag go. Oh no, here we go. Every nigga got a Draco.
That freaking bass line, though?
Wow. Bruh, nasty.
With the same flow.
Nasty.
Niggas even booking shows. If it's cool, can you let me know?
Look at you in the background trying to like, I gotta find a spot to speak, but
because I was like, yo, like I felt that bass like just vibrate through my whole soul. I was like, yo, like I want to say something, but like he's delivering the bars too. So
yeah, so
like,
I can't interject. And listen, we don't have any subs in the studio, so if we feel that bass for your record, serious business. And look, in this performance, you gotta go back and watch it. He says, man, that In-N-Out's making a comeback. So he got to the studio mad early.
right.
And Irv came and brought In-N-Out for everybody. And he had a bag just before he got on and did this. So he's trying to choke all, you can turn it down now. He was trying to choke all that back from coming up. So that's what he meant, ladies and gentlemen, that In-N-Out was going to come up. But you got to go back and watch the episode to understand all these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
These are inside jokes, and you can be a part of them. Just watch them as they air. That's all. So, yeah, episode 7 was good. And then we go into episode 8.
Yeah.
The last episode. And when this is the one we did the bookend thing.
The last episode of season 1. Let's make sure.
Season 1, yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I say that every time.
Right.
Thank you. See, catches me every time, ladies and gentlemen. Anything less
would be in Swivll Live.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I just had to make a public Swivll announcement that, you know, it was only the end of season 1, right? So that they just don't think we're done and that's
Mac
it.
Fame, he's trying to come for your position with all the extra Macs. He's trying to find where he can find extra swivels. And I'm sure he'll find it by the time we get full swing into season 2.
There's a few. I mean, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
It's cool. Anyway, season 1, last episode. Not last episode, period.
Yeah.
So we did a bookend thing. So we opened up with Chuck J, came with the R&B.
Yeah.
Moved right into Destruct, and then I bookended it. Which, you know, I opened up season 1, the very first show. Why not close it
right
on the very one? So and I'm taking myself off the off the run for a standout moment because I'm biased. Sue me. I like my performances.
No, I mean, but as far as your performance goes, like we tried to do something a little different,
yeah.
Than like what a typical Mark W. show
yeah, that was definitely, and we're working on that. I told her I was watching the Fresh Prince set with DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah,
I texted him. I said, "Yo, we got to do something like this." He said, "Yeah, cool. All we need is 30 years."
30 years of chemistry, you know, like,
just 30 years of chemistry, a couple.
Because those guys, like, they knew what each other was gonna do before they did it. So,
oh god, I don't want to get too deep into it, but if y'all ever see a Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince show, that's textbook.
Yeah,
he's the DJ, I'm the MC. Just a masterclass. Anyway,
right?
The let's not even get to the stand up. It was 2 different styles of hip hop and R&B. Destruct. What I like most about him is he's super underground.
Yeah,
super. Like you're going to just kind of get lost in the content and how every bar transitions into the next one, folds over into the next concept. You're rolling into the hook. You don't even realize you're done with the song and got to hit repeat.
And that was the thing for me was like you said, the content or the message that he was delivering through his music. Like you got to really be paying attention. Like, yo, what did he just say? I got to rewind that and go back because like that bar didn't make sense. But like after 2 or 3 listens, like I get it. And like yo, he's really like
saying something.
Right.
But again, I said that on the episode. Like that's the stuff I would listen to because. And to this day, I can play a Royce the 5'9" track from when I was a kid up until now, and there's stuff that I miss. Pheromone's the same way.
Yeah.
Guarantee you, if you're under the age of 18, below the age of 25, listen to Destruct now. Get familiar with it. Mm-hmm. Give it 10 years. I guarantee you'll find something that you didn't hear the first time. Or a bar will make sense. Because you transitioned in age and you went through some things.
You learned some things.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like that's the type of music I listen to on a regular. And then
but what Chuck J did
yo. That's how you open up an episode. We just as soon as he came in with the you got to play it for me.
Yeah.
Play it for me.
They said I'm crazy, but they can't even.
And he came through with the iciness. He just.
In one hand, you remember the time.
And look, if you listen real close, you can hear me and Anthony Gray in the background going super ham.
We fell in love, girl. Oh my God,
I think
I'm in love.
Yeah,
with your body.
Because this is the second hook of the song. By this time, I think the roof was pretty much completely blown off.
It's gone.
Yeah,
and that's I almost feel like that's unfair, Chuck. You took an iconic hook that we all know,
right,
and turned it into a trap like this.
Yeah, you know,
that's not fair. You're playing with used ammunition. Some of us didn't think about that crazy.
They said I'm changing.
Hey, look, you gotta go back and listen to this man's music because he does that a lot.
Yeah.
But he flips it in a way where you can't be mad at him.
Right.
You just get mad that you didn't think of it first.
That part.
Yeah, man. And then he came with a This Christmas rendition. I'm not gonna talk about that one too much because you gotta go back and watch it. But this dude has a control of his voice because notice he's singing like that and he's still moving.
Yeah.
He definitely is in control of his instrument. And I listen to his tracks often.
Yeah.
That's my drug.
That is my turn up music.
Yeah, Chuck J is definitely a very, very talented individual, man. And like you said, like that's something that viewers and audiences like they need to be aware of him and his music because he's got a tremendous amount of talent.
Oh man, it's a beautiful display. Yeah, go back, watch that episode 8, and if you feel like you want to get a class on bars and showmanship, you can watch Mark W.
In the meantime, in between time, we got our top 3.
Yeah, this is where we get into our personal favorites. We're gonna see if they match up. But first, before we do that, the surprise, and I think we both came to a consensus on that one. The most surprising performance was from the R&B episode.
Yeah.
And that was Ashley Sade.
Yeah.
Because she just, like I said, none of us had seen her perform.
And I guess for me, like when I just kind of like very quickly previewed the music, just so I kind of had things kind of queued up ready for her performance, like the music and her voice or her vocal sound, like I wasn't necessarily expecting the vocals because of what the instrumentals
what the music was.
What the music was.
I'm already there with you because she came and then she talked about her influences.
Yes.
Her being was it Jill Scott? Like just power.
Jill, Whitney Houston. Like I mean, all powerful.
Jasmine Sullivan, all power vocalists.
Yes. And then also the message in all of her songs, was just like was one of those things where like all females just need to hear.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, and I really loved her energy after she was so humble.
Right.
A voice like that, you would think she might be a little diva-esque. No, she hungry.
Yeah.
She's ready to do. I hit her up. I was like, yo, we got to do a track. She was like, yeah, send it to me. G Baptiste is the same way too, by the way.
Right.
But Ashley Sade, like that was the one that was a surprise.
Right.
She let it all out on the floor.
Yeah.
So definitely a standout. But okay, enough of that. Let's look at the top 3. Well, let's talk about it. You should I say mine or you want to do yours?
Go ahead and give me. Well, if you want, just give me one.
One. Okay, one of the ones I'm gonna say is Sham 1016.
Mm-hmm. I kind of figured.
Yeah, that's one.
Because I told you weren't gonna be ready.
No, you was right. You was right about it.
Ready. Yeah,
you was right. I was not ready.
And I don't even, part of me wasn't even ready for the amount of energy and showmanship that he brought. Like I had an expectation, but like he far exceeded.
So I'll tell you the reason why on that one. I get all of their headshots, so I can build the graphics that you guys see.
Right.
And the headshot I saw, it was just kind of. But after I saw him perform and I followed him on my Instagram, that completely makes sense now. Before I was like, yeah, this is kind of dead. Does he want to roll with this? But then as I get to see his artistry, saw him perform, I was like, oh yeah, that matches dude all the way. Like just resting right behind the eyes. You got problems and I'm going to give them to you.
Yeah, no. He's definitely like a killer, like like a silent killer.
A silent killer.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the whole like real smooth Mac lessons type of approach. He got that whole Pimp Steez down. Like he'll definitely game you up right quick. So that's my first one. What's one of yours?
I think the first one for me was like I said before, G Batista. Like I wasn't ready for the sound of my man's voice. Like
I knew what was happening.
And just when he first started performing and just started like 3 notes in, I'm like, yo.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, you gotta go back and see that part. You can see Swivill's face. He had the mask on.
Right.
You can see through the eyes. Yo.
Like, okay, let's go.
Let's get into it.
Right?
He definitely came and raided the body shop. And again, like, another humble dude.
Yeah, exactly.
He was very I don't want to say loud because that gives off the wrong connotation. I mean like just vocal about his support. And
oh yeah, he was cheering everybody
on.
Yeah, like full on support,
full on cheerleader, and you couldn't be the loudest one in the room when he was there because he's gonna out cheer you. Like, no, that was hard. Do it.
Yeah,
it was dope.
Like, you better go ahead. Like,
right.
Oh, yeah,
it was dope. So I loved his energy. All right, so next one on mine would have to be Mac Fang. Because for me, it was like likewise energy. Like he came. Let me go back a little bit. So that was the one where we filmed. It was a long day of filming.
Right.
And he was the very last dude. And he was there early.
Right.
And he was, biding his time, doing what the song says, an outstanding. He was having an outstanding evening.
Right.
And I felt bad because I was like, yo, you good? You need anything? He's like, no, I'm
yeah.
Minded his own, stay around. He showed love when it was due, but then when it was time to get on stage, a whole nother animal showed up.
Yeah.
Yo, he just had all this energy. And like I said, if you don't have sweat dripping off your cap, you doing something wrong, fam. Like he was just drippy.
And I in the short amount of time, the year and a half or so that I've known Mac, like I kind of knew that's what we were gonna get as far as like his performance was concerned, but at the same time, like he still exceeded because for me, it was like the professionalism of like yo, this is literally what I do,
right?
And I do it well, right? And I'm gonna give, like you said, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a master class, and like again, like, and you can watch his performance, like he's engaging all cameras and just like from start to finish, just a super crisp, outstanding performance.
And I forgot this. He was the first one that dropped his Cash App. He was the first one that dropped his Cash App. Hey, like, man, you gotta pay me.
The dude's been around. And if you guys at home only knew like his background in terms of like all the other top artists that he's written songs for, like, and that kind of thing, like, it's, you can understand why like songs like For Sale, like
everything's for sale.
He's a professional. Like he knows the business. And like,
I'm about to get that dude a call after we finish this. I need some help. All right, so that was my next one. What's your next one?
I think for me, there's so many, but I think I know who your last one is.
No, who your last one is. So we gonna get that out the way and come together on the last one.
For me, I think the initial episode with Lost Dialect, because that's
what's up.
Just the energy and like the feeling that came back from all of us together.
It was real nostalgic. Yeah.
So like, I guess the nostalgia part of it, like kind of wins as far as being one of the top.
That was a definite warm and fuzzy moment for me. I still look back at that episode and I just remember all those times on stage where it was like I look at Red like I'm about to forget a bar. Catch me. Please catch me. Or Quest, do something. Help me. Help. Yo, that was definitely a warm and fuzzy moment. That's what's up. All right. The last one?
Yeah.
You want to say it or I'm going to say it?
No,
Prime Minister.
Yeah, of course.
That's the last one, bro. I got the bias because he's just my older brother.
Right.
And I don't care what you think about it at home. He's my brother and I love him. No, seriously though, like he's been a beast at this for so long, and he's at the point now where it's just he tries to make things a challenge for himself. He's not even worried about what the people at home are gonna think.
Yeah.
And you could see that. It's like, well, you know what? I'm gonna give you something different. You know, and one of my favorite stories about him, he gave me a beat CD when I was about 19 or 20. Gave me a beat CD. He was like, hey, look, you're probably not gonna like all those right now. Just wait about a year. You'll feel different. And I'll be damned, like a year and a half, maybe later, I'm like, I got this beat CD to put it in. Some of the ones I wasn't feeling before, I'm like, why didn't I hear this before?
Right.
Guaranteed, just like that BCD, his performance, if you felt like you didn't like it now, wait about a week. Wait about a week, watch it again. I guarantee you'll find something.
And I'm right there with you just because, again, like I think him introducing some of the newer camera angles we started utilizing throughout the later episodes, and just saying like, or just kind of showing us like, yo, this platform can do anything you want it. It can look however you want it. It can be whatever you want it to be. And so it can adapt and just change like water. Like it's not stagnant.
And if you'll notice, after that episode, this one I did mention, we started doing post audio recordings on that one. That's when we, cause what he wanted, I wanted it to sound a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
Cause that distorted sound he was getting from the blowhorn, I just couldn't mix it well on the board. So that's the next episode. I was like, yo, is there a way we could do this post? Max said, yeah, we got a Zoom recorder. We can pull everything out and we can do all post audio editing. So that he created another
to help elevate the product of RawStream and again, the evolution.
So essential to the evolution. And he wants to come back and show out some more stuff. I was talking with him last night.
That's automatic.
Yeah, always.
I think for me though, my last one is kind of like, it's a little abstract though.
Okay.
For me, I loved seeing several of the artists, of the male artists, like all wearing wedding bands. Myself, yourself, Prime, St. James.
Yeah.
Like, because I again, for me, it's like, you know, the stereotypical image of black males is like, you know,
yeah, especially in this profession.
I don't even want to say in this profession, like, you know, we're not stable. We're not, you know, trustworthy. We're deadbeat dads, whatever the case may be. And having some of the conversations with some of these guys and talk off camera, like after the performances, talking about like their kids and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's a beautiful thing to witness.
There's a whole nother element that, you know, most of the audience isn't necessarily seeing. And so don't pay attention to, and I wanted to make sure like that it's known, right? We got to change the narrative, you know, paradigm shift, whatever you want to call it. Like,
it's cool to rep your queen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I talk about it all the time. A couple times I might have got myself in trouble when I talk about like what my wife likes and doesn't like, and I know she's looking at me and smile like, look, she gonna look at this and look at me and smile because I'm at home watching this. You'll get that later. And I often talk about what, you know, she accepts and doesn't accept, but it's cool to talk about those situations.
Yeah.
Not talk about what ass you got in the past. What are you doing now to better your stable relationship? You get you a good partner, because, you know, I got to keep it PC these days. You get you a good partner, you're going to want to do better in anything.
Yeah.
That, you know, you're right. That was definitely abstract. Good. That's a good one.
It's a little bonus game for y'all.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. See who's going to get some ass tonight. I hope I get some ass. Anyway, so that was a good little wrap up, man. Episode 1, 2020. We're now moving into 2021.
Yeah, man.
A brand new season.
Season 2 on the way.
Opening it up. Don't forget the game. Get you a website. The streaming platforms is good. SoundCloud is cool. YouTube is cool. But you want to get some direct pay from that.
Again.
And if nothing else, there's another lane that you can expose your stuff through.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. You can put your merch there. You can't put merch on the Spotify page.
There you go.
And you know the tree link, little tree links that you put on your Instagram.
Link trees.
Yeah. Link tree. You know what I'm talking about? Look, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Like those don't hold as much as you want them to hold. So just go ahead and get your website. It don't really cost that much on GoDaddy. All that. Get it.
Yeah.
All right. This has been another episode of RawStream. I am the meticulously multi-talented Mark W. coming at you one more time yet again. How are you? And he's still catching me. He ain't even got no tables, and he called me the devastatingly debonair DJ Swivll.
Anything less would be unswivelized.
And you know that. Today's sponsors, of course, SM The Difference, Papa J's, Lambanogue, Coconut Lambanogue, and Lucky Black Skincare. Brought to you by Traklife Media, Incubation Box Studios, The Kickback Show, Uprise Imaging. This is RawStream, where we bring the stage to your couch and a little bit of game. If you got something, roll it. If you got something, pull it. We're going to see you as we start season 2 of RawStream. Y'all stay safe. We'll see you next time.
This is RawStream, brought to you by Traklife, Incubation Box Studio, The Kickback Show, and Uprise Imaging. If you missed any of Season 1, be sure to go back and check out our past episodes. And don't forget to follow RawStream on Instagram. If you'd like a chance to perform on RawStream, send us an email. This is RawStream, and we'll see you next time.